Hi guys, my name is Dr. Colin Hill and I teach at Tennessee Tech University. Today we're going to briefly talk about the MTSBOA 11th and 12th grader snare drum etude. Right? This is a tricky little etude. There's some fast diddles in it, some tricky flam passages, and there's also some time changes. So right from the get-go, make sure you pay attention to detail and make sure that the flams that are accented sound different than the flams that are non-accented. All right? So for example, we have, right? Don't accent those flams that are non-accented. This is incorrect. All right? It's really natural to do that, but you have to be careful and resist that temptation. Also work on clarity of those fast triple diddles. Those are fast in context. Alright, so work on that clarity. You have to squeeze a little bit, but don't over squeeze or else they get kind of buzzy. When we get to measure 2, we have these Swiss Army triplets. Those things are tough for a lot of people, alright? Just remember to stay relaxed, and really it's the same thing as a double stroke roll. It should feel like a double stroke roll. That same looseness. If you take each hand individually, you're just playing a double stroke roll. So you have to play it that way. And there's a fun little trick to really show this, where you can take a double stroke roll and morph it into Swiss Army triplets and then morph it back. So check this out. If I'm playing, kind of feel, right? So really go for that relaxed double stroke bounce feel on those. All right. When we get to measure 5, we have our first buzz roll. For this etude, I'd probably just play 16th notes as our buzz skeleton. So, right? It's a little faster than that. So, maybe something like that. In this etude, we have a lot of similar rhythms, all right, that are repeated. For example, right there at measure 5, on 3 and E and, it's the same figure. So I would use the same stick in there if possible. Don't switch stickings for each consecutive statement of that rhythm. Don't do this. All right, because it's going to sound different. Keep the same sticking. All right. Same thing with the next bar. You have a similar rudiment that's repeated twice. So just do the same sticking both times. All right. The same idea can be seen in measure 9. All right. When you have this repeated idea, I would always stick that right, left, right, left, right, left repeatedly. All right. So you're not switching. It doesn't sound good when you alternate like this. So you get 2 different sounds from your hands. Measure 8, that's a tricky one, all right? When you get to those quarter note triplets, make sure you subdivide the 8th note triplet. That'll really keep you honest with the pulse, all right? So, for example, in measure 7, I'm thinking, triple it, triple it, triple it, triple it, I get to measure 8, all right? And then all you do is you take out certain notes, or you can accent certain notes to create the quarter note triplet feel. So if I play this in context, when I get to measure 8, I'm going to essentially play 8th note triplets with accents. So it's going to sound like this. Alright, those are just my 8th note triplets with accents. My right hand, alright? And then you essentially just take out notes, but you still think that 8th note triplet pulse. So measure 8, I'm thinking da 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 da. Thinking those 8th notes. That'll really keep you honest. All right, and then you have the trick of adding in the actual ornaments, and those are not easy themselves. For that 3-stroke rough, I'd really suggest the sticking right, left, left, right. All right, take some practice. Right, left, left, right. But with a little bit of work, you can get them fast and really clean. Start them slow. You can get really nice 3-stroke drags that way.